Welcome back to Laura's Design Studio. And I figured I am going to pour some little stuff again. I do have a jar that I'm going to pour first and then see how much we have left over. And we'll do some littles again. This is one of the screw top jars. I love this jar because it is really nice. I use them just around my room for various things. So we're gonna pour that one first, and then whatever we have left over we will use for the littles. So I'm gonna need to pour this in a different cup, just so, because I'm gonna color the jar, and then I want more colors for the other things if we can get there. So I already put some of the sparkle white in it. And we'll see how far this will go. So I'm gonna just set those up there. Grab my stir sticks here. Get it all stirred up. And then, let's see. What color do I want the jar? Actually, I'm probably going to split this down even more because I want to do two different colors. Come apart. Merry Christmas. Oh. There we go, finally. Let's try. I want to do which one is this? Green. Alright, we're gonna do this. Some blue. And some green. That one. And in the green, I'm going to put some Aurora powder. I just took the lid off right here. Gee, Merry Christmas. That Aurora powder makes it this real a creamy green. I'm not going to put it in the blue. Now, let's see here. We're just going to, actually I'm going to just pour them, start with blue, green, blue. We're just going to keep pouring these back and forth. I'm hoping that they don't just meld into one color, but we'll see. This is taking more resin than I thought. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to mix more for the lid. Scrape this out here. We're gonna have to mix more for the lid. Okay, let's mix another little bit for the lid. Let's do a little bit in there. Okay, lid. Grab something small. Alright, there's that. Just gonna scoot these over a little bit. Okay. There's that. Now we have a tiny bit left in there. I got these little bitty hearts. These take nothing. They take a few drops. That's it. See how that's looking. Now with these kind of molds, you can just scrape the top to get any excess. And if there's one that needs to be filled, it'll fill it as you're scraping it. That's the easiest way I have found, because they're so tiny. Alright. I think that's about it for that one. Okay, let's find another little mold. Let's see, we have a bird here. I'll just put whatever's left. These little ones like that, if you're a paper crafter, they're great for embellishments for your paper crafts. And you wouldn't even have to use 2-part epoxy, you could use UV resin. Maybe I'll do a video on that. I'll do a video on UV, using UV resin for paper crafting or embellishment stuff. Okay, that cup is empty. I'm gonna do the rest of this blue in there. Let's squeeze the head, get some resin down in there, tail. That down in the tail. And the head. Just squeezing both ends so I can see if we have any air bubbles that need to come out. Yeah. I grab looks like we got the tail now. Still not confident I have it all in the head. That's looking better. These type of molds are pretty nice because you can see. Okay, now we can top him off. This little bird, he'd be cute on the top of a jar. If you're a paper crafter, if you're gonna do like send some part of your project in a jar, screw top jar that you would get from like Dollar Tree, you can then do something really cute, like, you know, glue this to the top of the jar as a little decoration or a handle. Just get that like that. Alright, looks like our jar is pretty good. I'll let the little bird sit there for a few seconds. And let's do some littles. Let's see. I want to do, I just got these two molds in, and they're, one's a daisy, one's a sunflower. So let's do this. Now for this one, I'm going to pour a little bit of the resin into this one. Don't need very much. I'm going to find my brown. That's gray. There's brown. Put these two away. I'm done with them. I'm going to put a little bit of brown and do the centers of the flowers. Don't need much, because we're just going to do the very, do the very centers of the flowers. Alright, I'm gonna let those two sit for a second. We do have some brown left here. So, this is a little dragon egg. I'm gonna scrape. I might use, you might be my drip molds for littles today. Just pour the various colors. Okay, there's that one done. Still have a little bit of this blue in here. It's amazing how much you can get out when you scrape your cups. Scrape your cups. Resin's expensive. Okay, I'll start that one. All right, let's grab some more resin. Now, I'm going to put white in here. And we're going to take this and do the daisy. I should have done that brown in UV resin and then poured the white over the top. What was I thinking? Oh, that's right, I wasn't. Yes. Now I'm not going to have brown center. It's going to spread on. That's what happens when you don't think. Just going to pour a little bit more of the clear. Let's see how bad that turns out. Ugh. No, I need a yellow. Does everybody have plans for the weekend? I know here everybody's out on the lakes and swimming. We've been in the 90s here for the last week. High 80s, 90s. Haven't hit that 100 mark yet, but it's coming. Let's see. How close are we to the top? Just need a little. Okay, there's that one. And we have actually. Okay, that's what we have left. So, let's see. Color, what colors are we gonna do? Let's do some. I think this is like purple. Yuck. Got resin all over it. Wipe it down so I can use it. There we go. Much better. See how far we can go with this cup. Flower. See if we can do this butterfly. Okay, and let's pour the rest of the dragon here. Okay guys, I will see you on the flip side when it's time to demold. Talk to you soon. Welcome back. It's time for a demold. And yes, I'm listening to your guys' videos in the background. Here is the little flower mold that I just got. Oh, the center stayed better than I thought it did. There we go, little daisy. I thought I was a goner on that center. Let's see if this one stayed. That one didn't stay too bad either. There we go. Got two little flowers. I like those bolts. Those came off the buying program from Amazon for a review. Hey, they're pretty good. I like them. They did what they're supposed to do. And they have that, when I was demolding them, I don't know if you guys could hear it, it had that handmade mold sound. Let's see if these are the little teeny hearts that, yeah, they're over poured, so I'm gonna have to trim them. But there's one little one. I'm dropping them. Let's see if I can get out one of the teeny tinies. There it is, right there. Super tiny. They're over poured, but they're all the same, so I'm just gonna pop them out of here. All kinds of little hearts now. Did I get them all? Nope. I think I got them all now. There we go. Little flower. A little bit of overpour here that I need to get off, but there we go. There's that flower. This little bird, I was having trouble getting resin into his tail and his head. Let's see. There we go. Well, he turned out good. Little bird. This is a dragon, a baby dragon with the egg. Ouch. Come on, guys. Oh my Lord. This one is not easy. Probably has a lot to do with the fact that my hands don't work well, and got him now. There he is. Little dragon in an egg. Here's your butterfly. This has that handmade mold sound too. It's a little druzy butterfly. And now for the jar. I just wanted it to be one solid piece to work with versus a whole bunch of little pieces that I kept snapping off. That's what took so long to get this board every time I tried to work on all the little intricate pieces. It just didn't want to stay together. Like I said, I set it aside. No, oh, nope, one right there. One bubble right there. It's a small one, but it's there. I can feel it. It's like a half a bubble. And the jar. I don't need scissors now. Let's see. turn. There we go. And there's the jar. I did get both colors. I don't see any bubbles in that part. Screws on nicely. There we go. All right, that was everything that I poured this morning. I did just go out and get Amazon packages so I can show you what I got. These are all through the Vine program, so they're all for review. Here is the first one. This is a 2-pack. And these are Hello Kitty molds. So you have the face and then the whole body. Face, whole body. And you get 2 of them. A pink and a gray. And these are, you know, cake, fondant type molds. But I like using them for resin. They never take very much resin. So that came through the Vine program. This came through the Vine program. This is a 13-inch tray. So, yep, 13-inch large tray. I'm gonna have to have David go out to the garage and see if he can locate my couple of buckets that are missing. One of them has got to have all my DTF stickers in it. I just realized I'm missing that, and I'm missing my little heat press. I'm sure there'll be more that when I go to look for things, it's, you know, they're missing. This was another thing through the Vine program. It's, you know, nail art stickers, so tiny butterflies and flowers. Good for little pendants and stuff. That's what those are good for. I also got a very large pack of rhinestones, and then there's some different colored ones in here. These are clear on this side, and then the little tools and bows came in this package. So this is, all of these that come through the Vine program, they are available on Amazon. Yeah, this is the 24 grid resin rhinestone silver kit. So, and you got little bows, and you got these bigger rhinestones with it, and then all different sizes of the clear. There you go. This one also came through the Vine program, and it is the different colors, plus you get the same silver, and then you get the different colored ones. This one did not come with bows. This one is 24 grid rhinestone mixed color. So. And then the last thing that I got today, again through the Vine program, is this Chanel patches iron-on. That's, when I saw this, that's how I realized that my my little heat press is somewhere in the garage still, because I'm going to use these in resin. Do you think it'll work? If I pour a layer, working face up, if I pour a layer of resin, iron on the patch, maybe. Maybe I won't need to. And then resin on top. But you get 88 pieces, and you get hearts, and they're all different colors. They're Chanel. You get flowers, stars, happy faces, rainbows, the suns. You get some letters. This is numbers. Here's the other letter. You get the paws. You get 2 different size paws. Are they the same size? No. This one looks a little smaller. But there's all different colors in here. And then this diamond shaped one with the gems on it. Oh, and lightning bolts. So I thought those were kind of cool. We're gonna try them in resin, people. When I go through the Vine program, I'm always looking for stuff that I can use with resin. The other things that I've gotten are like the, you know, household items. Like that little table that I showed in my tour that's attached to my bed. That thing, I love that thing to death. It got super great ratings from me because it's great if you don't have the floor space. So I'm always looking for different things. Sometimes they have silicone molds, not a lot, but when they do, I snatch them up. This one I was so excited to see this big tray because I've been wanting a big tray like this. So I was very happy when I saw that. I snatched that up right away. Because when you work through the Vine program, there's only so many available. So if you see something you like, you better snatch it, because they may only have one available. I've gone, like when I went and requested this tray, when I went back to that section, it was no longer available. So it depends on the manufacturer or the person, the distributor, how many they put available in the Vine program. So there may only be one, there may be 20. You know, I've gotten a bunch of really nice bed pillows. That was one of the things that I got when I was starting to move. And those, it took me forever to get those, because every time I requested it, it would say it wasn't available any longer. And so I was just sitting there every time, and I finally got 4 of them. My son took 3, and I have 1. And then last night, because he stayed here, because the weather was terrible and clean, they had tornadoes touching down, and he stole my good pillow last night. Yeah. He's like, Mom, I need a pillow. So I gave him the other pillow on my bed. And he's like, I want the good one. I was like, fine, take the good one. And then you took the other 3 good ones. They're at your house. Yeah, so, yeah, because he's not moved in down here. He just stayed here last night because of all the tornadoes and stuff. And we were supposed to get bad weather here in Austin also, and it bypassed us. We never got it, but I just got on my phone just before I came on. We got another weather alert that Austin is supposed to have bad weather again tonight with the thunderstorms, damaging winds up to 52 miles an hour, and that always, you know, comes with tornadoes. And then I looked to see how Killeen was today, and Fort Cavazos, which used to be Fort Hood, for those of you, I still call it Fort Hood, because that's how I've always known it. They changed the name a while back because of the bad reputation from what happened at Fort Hood. So it's now Fort Cavazos, but they do a thing on Facebook where they put out the weather alerts, because there have been numerous tornadoes that have touched down on the base. And so when I looked at Killeen, Fort Cavazos, weather came up, and same thing there, tornadoes, severe thunderstorms, and 52-mile-an-hour winds. So I told David, I said, well, you may be staying here another night, because it's not looking good. So we shall see, but we'll be here. And that's all I have for you guys today. I am going to I have got some stuff that I have not tried. I got this before I moved. This is I don't know if anybody's used this. If you have, let me know, and if it's any good. This is like an eco resin. It's called Perfect Plaster, and this is pottery and ceramics, easy mix formula. So I was gonna try this stuff because it was really cheap. This is 4 pounds of this stuff, and it was only $16. And I'm trying to see, cold water, yeah. Approximately 2 parts of the plaster to 1 part water. Stir for 2 minutes. Pour plaster into mold. Do not overfill. There's not a whole lot of directions on here. 30-minute, looks like 30-minute demold. And air dry for approximately 24 hours, okay? Don't put it down your drain. Yeah. Let's see. Let air dry for 24 hours before painting or staining. Fill any air bubbles with some fresh Perfect Plaster. So you can fill your air bubbles, just mix up a little bit. And use paints or stains for best results. Well, we're gonna try coloring it like we do eco resin. And I'm also gonna try using this with resin, like Andy, Mary, Marva has done it now. Andy did it with deep pour. Mary did it with just regular 2-part, and Marva did it with the 1 hour, 1 hour cure, promise 1 hour. And I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it with this stuff because this is really cheap. They have 2 different kinds. One, I don't know what the difference is, but 2 different packagings. So, but we're gonna try this, and we're gonna try mixing it with resin to see what happens with this stuff. So we might be doing that tomorrow. Matter of fact, we probably will do that tomorrow. Maybe we'll do that in this big tray. We'll try it. All right, guys. I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.